Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you for joining us and for being patient. I know I was a little late. I had to run some errands today and they went a little bit long. One of those errands, though, was mailing out the next set of stickers, so thank you to everyone who ordered them. Your stickers should be on the way, and if you're interested in finding out what those stickers are all about, you haven't heard about that before, you can find out more on my Ko-fi, where I actually have some designs available featuring just wolves from the main channel right now, but Twitch ones will be coming in the future. Right now we have Katari, Taro, Blaze, and Tempest available, with more designs coming up soon. There are more in the works at the moment. And I apologize if my cat is yelling. She is very mad that I walked in the door, said a very brief hello, and then went to stream. Instead of having rug time with Evie, she really wanted to play rug time. It's okay, baby, we'll have rug time later. But the cat does not understand the concept of later. Oh my goodness. Also, thank you, Liz the Lizard, for both for joining us and for subbing. Very much appreciate that. All right, where do we leave off? Let's see what we were up to. Oh, yes. Last time we left off with a bit of a tragedy. I guess that tip's still coming up because we... Oh no, Volcano's still sick. That's right. Oh boy. Well, we don't have much choice but to sleep. We left off with one tragedy, and I hope this doesn't mean we're going to start with another. But we're out of energy, so there's not much to do. I'm glad my being late kind of worked out for some of y'all. Rug Time with Evie sounds like a TV show. She very much does have a favorite rug and stick, and this is like the only toy that she likes. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, that's a big relief. But yeah, she likes to play with a stick, rustling around under a rug. And that's like her favorite thing. She doesn't like any other toy except occasionally a pair of my socks that she'll drag out and throw around the room for a while. Every once in a blue moon that happens. Otherwise it's just rug time. And whenever she's awake, she will come and yell at me to play rug time with her. And I love her, but I wish she would pick something that I could do from my computer chair, because she always picks when I'm on voice calls and stuff to do this. It's okay, baby. But she's a little upsetty with me at the moment. Alright, we have the newborn ungulates too, by the look of it. Okay, that's probably a stranger wolf attack. Yep, would you look at that? Alright, guys, let's go in the den here. I don't see. Volcano has just recovered. I don't want him getting snatched by a stranger wolf. Aha! Get out! Get out! Be gone! There we go. Junction Butte. I mean, I guess that's not that surprising. Oh, already got a prediction winner. Alright, let me see. Where are we? Where's my den? I'm lost. How did I lose my den? Okay, it's thunderstorming too. Oh, the den's up here. Alright. Well, we do need food. We need to mark the territory, so I guess we'll just leave the pups at the den. Come on, Typhoon. Let's go ahead. We will call him over here. Yeah, Stranger Wolves already immediately. Our Cats of a game they play when you're sitting is called Kill the Human's Toes. Oh my goodness. Evie occasionally, like, she will run up behind me and try to grab me by the leg. And she only does this if I'm not looking, so I have to walk into my bedroom backwards, because if I turn my back on her, she will grab my leg. She does this when rug time is denied. I can't really fault her if she's feeling energetic and doesn't have a good outlet. We're working on trying to find something she can do by herself, because if I'm in the middle of something and I can't drop everything to play with her, I don't want her to just be bored, but she just doesn't like self-entertaining. And I'm like, Evie, please, I need something that you can do by yourself. But yeah, she will sometimes pounce my leg, and she's taken to doing it when I'm climbing into bed at night, and I don't like it, because one of these days I'm not going to be paying enough attention, and she's going to get a foot to the face, because she just pops up out of nowhere and latches on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're going to scare the living daylights out of me one of these days. I'm not going to realize it's you. I'm going to think some sort of goblin has popped out from under my bed. Please don't do that. I don't want to kick you. So I kind of wish she wouldn't do that, but cats do that sometimes if they want attention and they're not being given it. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those things of cat ownership. Yeah, one of the weird things that they do for attention. Abby also has an absolutely uncanny sense for when I'm gonna leave. And, like, it's to the point where if... So, like, you know, normally she doesn't stay on my lap for that long if I'm holding her. She's not really a lap cat. She tends to want to go do her own thing. However, you're not that weak. However, if I'm leaving, that is, without a doubt, the exact time she will... You're really not weak. It's the exact time she'll pick to want to sit and stay on my lap. She did that to me this morning when I was about to go run errands. It's just without a doubt, she'll do it. If it's Sunday morning, I'm trying to get ready for church, suddenly Abby wants to be held, she won't get off my lap. If I have to go to the store, suddenly Abby wants to be held, she won't get off my lap. It's like she knows, and those are the times she picks to be super cuddly, and because she doesn't usually do that, then I feel really bad. Oh my goodness. Alright, pardon me for a second, I have to pause here. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. I don't get a lot of those, but when I do, but sometimes they're important. You didn't miss a whole lot. We started stream very late, and then I immediately had to take a phone call. So we were just talking about cats being silly and having like the most. I don't know if I could say it's impeccable timing or if it's, I don't know, their sense of timing is something else. They store energy, yeah, Raina's right, cats store energy kind of like balloons. They're overstimulated and need an outlet, and you pet them, sometimes that outlet can become in your hand. Yeah, I think that's why, because Evie can be a little bit bitey at times. I think that can be part of it. Sometimes she does not want petting, she wants to play, and if she doesn't get to play, then she wants to chomp. So... I desperately want to find something that will let her play by herself and still have fun with it, because she's just not interested in, like, I don't know, my parents' cat will, like, carry around toy mice and stuff and have a lot of fun swatting them around the house, and Evie's that's just not her thing. So, yeah, it was just a small break. Yeah, everything's good, by the way. It wasn't anything bad. I just had to attend to something. Yeah, the lightning is really cool in this game. Volcano did recover from sickness, that's right as well. Oh, did somebody else? Oh, what the? Alright, this could not possibly go wrong. This is fine. I'm sure this will be great. Also, I did move the sub-goal, because a lot of people... Okay, I'm gonna actually give up on this hunt because there was a better elk herd back a ways away that was not in Stranger Wolf territory. Can we get auto run? There we go. So I'm gonna actually go back the way we came so that we're not hunting a bunch of elk that don't appear to be very weak in Stranger Wolf territory. That's just not something that's great. So, yeah. Oh, no. There's... Well, like, there's... There is auto run. I think it's if you double tap W, like my hands are not on the keyboard. If you double tap W, then you auto run. So you can do it like this. Oh, there's, you know what, that would make sense. There's not going to be very weak elk because it's baby season. Alright. So I've run off on a fool's errand. I'm a little discombobulated today. Pardon me, it's just one of those days. Alright, this worked out anyway. That would be why there's no very weak elk. I'm so used to just autopilot hunting them, and then it's not that season anymore, so rip. I don't know if there is auto run on controller either, but there's also the run. What I technically was meaning was the run toggle button, because, you know, you can, there's walk, trot, and run, and I was stuck in walk when I wasn't holding sprint, so I was like, please turn on run so that I don't have to keep tabbing this. But yeah, auto run is a thing as well. I have a love-hate relationship with it for me personally. Like, don't get me wrong, it's an excellent accessibility tool, but also at the same time, I'm constantly hitting it. I don't have the coordination to not turn it on by accident to almost launch myself at a bear. So I personally might need to consider rebinding that to a button that I'm hitting less if I can. But it's very, very nice for someone who doesn't have to hold down a button. In order to be able to move. Alright. Let's just circle around to the bottom, because I couldn't find that mule deer. Oh no, I'm sorry that Twitch is giving you trouble. Oh, the controller does fix that. Sprint and walk are different buttons, and run is default movement. Okay. Wow. Alright, there is a mule deer here. I will look around a little bit. This is not an optimum place to find a baby, though. So I think I'm going to just keep going and try to head for that bottom one. Has Evie, I think, is still flopped down in my front room. So let's see here. Keep going. Oh, mule deer to the face, almost. Alright. Let me see where we're even going here. Usually walk. Yeah, walk is default on keyboard. Or I guess I think that's what I would technically call trot. Like, it's this. I don't know if this. I guess it's kind of walking. I don't know. Whatever you call this, speed is the default. You can also go down to a really slow walk, or you can go to a run. But I keep toggling it off when I'm switching in and out of sprint. Is my problem here. Oh, there's bull elk this way. But I do want to check this grass patch. Oh, yeah, that mechanic, it has its uses. Like when you're, when you are moving with the pups, you guys have taught me that it's better generally to walk. I'm gonna... What do you mean, mule deer? Did we just find someone else's child? I guess we just hecking did. Oh, stop scratching and eat your food, please. Well, okay then. That was a thing that occurred. Alright, let me see here. There should be somewhere around here then another baby, because... Is it... No, it's not you, that's a hare. Where did the elk go now? There isn't... I literally just saw it. I'm not imagining things. Like, I did see an elk mother, right? Yeah, I hear the music again. I do hear the music again. That was, I guess, the mule deer baby. That's a bull elk. Did I just mistake an elk for a mule deer? I swear there was an elk mother. I feel like I'm going a little bit crazy here. But, oh, I was going to ask you guys... Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, she's right here. I was going to ask you guys, on the topic of sub-goals, we've traditionally had our sub-goal be to change the difficulty to accurate. There we go. Alright, whoop, there we go. We've traditionally had the sub-goal be to change the difficulty to accurate, and I'm wondering if you guys actually like that or not. We got an elk. Because the thing with that is, it means that the sub-goal by default is contributing to a challenge, and if people don't want the additional challenge, then they might feel like they don't want to contribute to that goal. And so I'm wondering if that's if that's the case, what would be a better sub-goal? What kinds of things could we do that you guys would be interested in? that would be maybe a more universal sub-goal than that, and then we can determine some other mechanism for switching to accurate on certain years, maybe a dice roll or something like that. Is that? No, that's a bull elk. It's like, is there another mother here? Goodness. Maybe a multiplayer event. Well, we do have multiplayer events in the sub-server on Discord. So we do have multiplayer events there already. This is just, I might as well just get this done. Or one legacy could be accurate and the other could be challenging. That's true. Mate permadeath would be nice. I've seen, so I try to kind of ask what people are thinking with that periodically, because the last time we voted on that, people said no, they didn't want it, but it can change from time to time depending on how the audience shifts with time. So, where is this elk or mule deer? Who am I even hunting? I'm gonna go down here and get some water, I think, first. Oh, we're gonna have to head back soon. Actually, Typhoon, you have enough food. Can you go watch our children, please? Yeah, multiplayer events are challenging outside of the... outside of Discord organized ones. And if you do want to get in on those, you can if you're a Twitch sub, or you are a supporter on Patreon, or you're a YouTube channel member, and you link up. You do have to link to Discord, and you do have to be over the age of 13, otherwise that's against Discord's terms of service. But we do run periodic multiplayer events. We haven't done one in October yet, but we are talking about when we want to do that next. We're thinking maybe a Halloween one to check out some of the Halloween decorations that pop up in Lost River, so that could be fun sometime in the latter half of the month. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, we do have multiplayer events from time to time. But it is kind of a little bit harder to coordinate just through Twitch by itself. Yeah, Halloween event would be fun. Go check out, because Lost River has some heckin' wild Halloween decorations, and like I feel like we almost never actually get to see them. But there's like an entire haunted house, I'm pretty sure, that's just chilling there. So that would be really fun to go check out. Like a mini challenge, like the rest of the litter has to be denless, or you can only hunt deer. That could be fun. Again, I think my worry with that, and like if you guys genuinely are interested in that, then I don't mind doing it. But the thing is, I don't want... What I'm trying to avoid here is doing something that, that people would feel like they couldn't contribute towards if they didn't want to add that additional challenge, or they didn't like what that was. So I want it to be something that people, I think, will enjoy more globally, versus possibly some people not being interested or not wanting to participate because of that. That said, we could set up some channel point goals. We haven't done one of those in a while, and that would be kind of fun, I think. Yeah, the haunted house is pretty cool. It's been a few years since I've been there, but oh yeah, Sparrow slept in the haunted... Oh yeah, did Sparrow end up going there? I suppose Sparrow did end up going there. I'd forgotten that. Oh, you know, there is... Oh, you're a mule deer. But I might actually... Alright, we're gonna get walloped here if we're not careful. Whoa, goodness. Alright, I just decided that I want moose. Ouch. Maybe I don't want moose. I decided that I wanted moose because moose baby big. And that'll be good food for everybody. We are a little down on it. Oh, yeah, and if you... Well, you might actually get to... Whoa! Okay, that's great. Love that. Love to see it. Hello? Oh, okay. We're being told that it's almost time to leave. Okay. Definitely the kind of thing that you want to see when you're in the middle of hunting. I can hear her behind me. Alright, she's just past me. Might be fine. Whoa. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. I'm waiting for that one last bite. I'm waiting for the one last bite. Come on, outpace us again. You know you wanna. Come on. Ow. That was not how I was hoping you would do that, but okay then. Good gracious. That was unnecessarily brutal, but okay. Let's see. Yeah, the pop-up. It's a bruised jaw. It's not that bad. We have 0 total strength now, but hopefully we'll sleep it off. We didn't really need the strength to finish off the baby here. Yeah, kind of got bulldozed just a couple of times, just a little bit. Woo, pardon me. Where do we want to... I think we want to mark that territory and then head back. Thank you, guys. Entire chat is filled with bless you. Thank you, guys. I think I have a face full of Evie fur. Oh my goodness. The problem with having a gray cat and gray carpet is that you don't realize how much cat hair there is until you're, like, actually cleaning it. And then it's just like, how do you even have that much hair? How is there even that much hair on your body? I'm pretty sure that there is more than your body weight in fur scattered around this house. And, like, I get why they do gray carpet. I get why. It's because it does hide the dirt, and so it doesn't look nasty as easily, and that's, you know, when you have just, I live in an apartment, that's a nice thing to have, because then somebody doesn't have to worry about trying to keep, like, black or white carpet clean, and it's a nice neutral color that goes with everything. But it's also, Evie is exactly the color of my carpet, and this is a blessing and a curse, because, number one, she can just blend in. Both of the apartments I've been in have had gray carpet, and she just disappears into it. But number two, I can't tell where her fur is, so I don't have a metric for how much cat hair is stuck in my carpet until I actually start, like, going through it with a fine-tooth comb and going, holy crud, why is there so much hair? Cat is giving me a second carpet. At this point, I could make carpet out of cat hair, I swear. Like, I could collect her hair, spin it into wool, and knit myself a sweater if I knew I would knit. At this point, I swear I could actually do that. I think people have done that before, actually, which is... I mean, I suppose it's not necessarily a bad idea, but it's probably very non-hypoallergenic. Oh my goodness. You're tempted to make an edit of the most random things that I say. Yeah, this is... These playthroughs are about 25% dramatic WolfQuest story, 25% Jay gets on a soapbox, 50% random comedic bits of me talking about the randomest hacking things that whatever occurs to me in the moment. So, Evie does have very dense fur. She also cleans herself a lot. She's a very fastidious cat. She does not like to be dirty. And so she, I think, just deposits whatever she cleans off and doesn't manage to ingest. She just deposits it around my house in a thin blanket. Oh my goodness. I've seen a few YouTube shorts, people collecting their cat's hair and pinning it into a new toy for the kitty. Man, maybe that's how I gotta get her a toy she'll play with. Oh my goodness. 45% talking about weather and natural disasters for who knows what reason. You are right. Speaking of, it is, like, finally becoming fall. Today is, like, the last really hot day that I think we're gonna have. It's gonna be in the 50s after this, and I'm so freaking excited. I love the cooler weather. I'm just, like, living for this. It is so nice, and the leaves are gorgeous. Because of Hurricane, yeah, it's just the jinx of this pack. You saw a video where a woman cleaned her cat and turned the hair into a small wig for a kitty. That does not surprise me. I've seen one where they, like, shape the fur to make it a whole other cat. Or I think they've done that with, I think I've seen it for cats and dogs. Whatever the case may be, that's what I feel like I do. I feel like I could just clone Evie if I were to, if I were to collect all of the furs she sheds, I think I could just make a second Evie. Oh, Typhoon is carrying the babies. At least one of the babies. I think the others might be in the den. Yeah, Suki's the only one who's out. The cat's just interested in clawing everything in sight, including me. Oh no. Yeah. Yep, they like to scratch. Evie likes to scratch my doors. I've never had a cat that likes to scratch doors. I've had cats that'll scratch on, like, the couch. Our old couch is always just torn up because Beanie would just use it as his own personal scratching post. Oh, these guys are mostly full, okay. So I probably can just eat this. And we can leave some of it there for the next day. But I've never had a cat that'll just be like, door. Hey, Evie's kind of an anomaly in that. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna play with these guys a little bit. We're gonna sleep a little bit. We'll probably do one more day. I might end off a little bit early because I have to go do something after this. So, oh, how scratchy are we? 67%. Alright. Yeah, we're close enough that it's not gonna matter. We're actually probably gonna leave. Oh boy. Quick, just chat poll. Is there a rendezvous site y'all are leaning towards? Because if there's an obvious bias, then I will just do that, because we didn't actually get a chance to visit them, and we're probably gonna have to pick right after. Everybody's very sure it's gonna be a coyote attack. Okay, then. We'll see if you guys are right. The one right above us, one by Crystal Pond. Oh, I mean, I want to try to... I wasn't supposed to be as tight of a squeeze as it ended up being. I was like, yes, I will get out the door on time. This will not have any chance of running late. And lo and behold, there's just, oh, little things that I need to do. Oh, yeah, I gotta finish this thing. Oh, yeah, I gotta finish that thing. Oh, no, I have not enough time to do this before stream. It's just, I don't know where my time goes. But, streaming is a pretty fixed event for my Tuesdays, so everything else gets scheduled around it, unless it's, like, something that I can't possibly schedule around it. You guys are liking the northern puppy swimming lessons. Oh my goodness, you gotta ask Gaia for that one. Map, so the one by Crystal Pond. Yeah, that's the north one. Everybody's very much in agreement on that one, I think. Closest one. Yeah, alright. How close are these guys? I'm gonna double check that that's the one you guys want, but I think it is. We are so scratchy, I'm so ready to leave. Did some pups die? We did lose the pup. We lost Oceania last time to sickness, unfortunately. Volcano was also sick, but is better now. So, and he's fully back up to 100%. But yeah, it was very sad. Suki made it more sad by going to lay down next to her sister and breaking all of our hearts at the end of last stream. Sometimes WolfQuest really just says you will feel emotions and you have no say in the matter, and it's just, yep. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna send these guys back in the den for now, because I think they're all pretty full. Yeah, they're full on food. Cloudburst can finish eating. Alright, let's see about that coyote attack y'all are predicting. Maybe not. Perhaps not. Alright, I guess I'll have Hurricane finish this then. Give the puppies baths at the pond. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's an eagle attack! Rip to everybody who predicted coyotes. I'm sorry, the bird said no. I think that's the eagle right over there. It picked a really bad time to do this because everyone is already hiding. There's not even puppies for you to grab. What are you thinking? You just saw the wolves standing here and were like, yes, maybe puppies will appear. No? No, they're not? They're in their den where they belong? Sir, what were you thinking? You've made a very poor life decision tonight. It's still even only sunrise. How the frick can you even see at this time of day? I mean, I guess it's probably light enough to see, but bruh. Really? Really? Alright. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, there's some very, like, look at this slightly foggy sunrise. Holy territory, what the heck? Alright, let's hide the rendezvous. Well, we'll go look at this rendezvous site just to kind of confirm, because this is what I saw everybody saying here. The only predictions down were eagle and coyote, so you're surprised, wow. We'll do this one more day, so you could do another prediction, but it might be none, so just include a none option in case. Congratulations to everyone who won channel points for that, though. Yeah, valid. Okay, I can't actually see what the options are. We've run past the rendezvous site. Ah, yes, it's right here. This is the Elements Pack rendezvous site. So yeah, this is the rendezvous site that y'all want. Ooh, it's very pretty at this time of day. Hang on. Hold the phone. I'm getting a photo of this. This is very pretty. This is gonna be my thumbnail if I remember that I have this shot. Alright. If this is the site y'all want, yeah, you guys want that one. Alright, I'm gonna run this way, and we're gonna mark some heckin' territories. Oh, I guess that, Typhoon stayed back with the babies. That works out. Alright, we can bring back food now, so it's not a big deal. Hello, Bison. I want nothing to do with you. Yes. I gotta, like, take more good pictures. Like, real talk, thumbnail screenshots are always a struggle, because it's hard to, like, pause in the moment to get a good screenshot without disrupting everything, and I don't want to like break the immersion. It's a little bit, the streams are a little bit less immersive, I feel like. In some ways they're less immersive, in some ways they're more, but they're less storied and more chatty. with these storied ones, though it's really hard to actually get good thumbnails. It's part of why I've started trying to like make a conscious effort to zoom in more because otherwise it's really hard to get a good thumbnail shot without interrupting everything. So I usually end up clipping it from the video afterwards, but it's much harder to actually get a good camera angle, and to try to be at least semi-conscious of that while playing is like a legitimate struggle for me. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, WolfQuest graphics are a little bit beefy, just a little bit. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm scratching. Like, why can't I move? Itchy times, I guess. Alright, who the heck's claiming my territory? Cease this. Did you completely claim it? No, it's at 7%. If we happen to find a child, we'll stop for a little snack. But I don't know if we're gonna bump into one. I don't want to spend too long here, because we did already get a good bit of food. Oh, I'm glad you're able to fix your computer. That's always a good thing. Hello? Another baby somewhere? Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad you guys were able to get it fixed. That is always a good thing. Always nice to have a working computer. Alright, where's the heck? Where is my scent post, and where are the heckers who are marking over it? I don't smell you. Where are you? So be a pretty good angle to get the scents from, too. Wherpst. I will make up words if they suit me. Language bends to my will. Alright, we're gonna go over this way. Where's the heck? What's my favorite color? I tend to use, well, I think it's like about the same shade that Rain uses for her Twitch name. But that's like all of my color schemes end up turning into some form of blue. I feel like I have like very few default settings for color schemes, and so that's why both of my Minecraft characters have like the same color scheme, because I'm just like, but what if I use the same colors again because they slap? I tried to deviate with my RL Craft skin and that character, who, to be honest, I still really want to bring back that character because I was going places with her and we never really got to see that. And I still want to bring back that character for something at some point, maybe a future Minecraft series. I'm sitting on the idea because she would have been very entertaining to play in a way that many of my characters usually aren't. She was a very different sort of character than the type that I usually play. So, alright. Oh no, having it start crashing right away is not good. I'm glad you guys were able to get it fixed. Wurmstv. Yep, indeed. I've seen one where it's like Yald of, and it goes on beyond that, and I don't even know where it goes on, but you can make some pretty outstanding contractions if you try hard enough. Purple is also an excellent color. I find that I do err towards, like, cooler tones, usually. Well, that's not entirely true. I do have a lot of characters that have a purple color scheme. Purple, blue. I have a few that are green and red. Like, or green and orangey more than that. Like, I've noticed that I tend to have a lot of characters with red hair and green outfits. Like, green is apparently what I default for a lot of my redheaded characters. And, you know, complementary colors, it works. It works if you can figure out how to not do, like, Christmas. Not that Christmas is bad, but generally most characters are not meant to scream Christmas. That I feel like I end up with a lot of characters. And then that's, like, I said that my RL Craft character skin didn't do my typical blue and silver combo. Yeah, she was red hair and green clothes, so I kind of fell right into my secondary pitfall. Oh, minor injuries healed. Forgot I had it. That works out. Glad that we got that fixed. Where are we moving to, actually? We're moving one hex up, so we do need all of this territory. I'm actually going to circle around the edge here. Ooh, yeah, the yellow, I've seen the yellow paint. It is a very, very bright shade of yellow. I feel like I got a little bit biased against yellow, and I'm hoping I'll be less biased against it now, because, like, yellow is kind of the default shade in the desert, and, like, yellow, but it's not like nice yellow, it's like dry, icky yellow. So I feel like I got a little biased against the color because I've seen so much of it in my life, but I'm warming up to it again now that it's not the only shade of anything that I ever see. And, like, I'm not saying the desert ain't pretty, y'all, especially the desert after a rainstorm is really pretty, and it has its own beauty, but I found it gets a little depressing outside of the outside of the rainy season, because it can just be dry and the same colors year-round, alternating shades of slightly greener yellow to slightly more desaturated yellow. Dirty yellow, yeah, it's very dust-colored. It's a little bit much when that's all that you see. But the sunrise, not the sunrise, the sunsets in the desert, I've never seen sunsets like them anywhere else. They are heckin' gorgeous. So, the desert has some things going for it. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but it has its own beauty, and, like, you know, I grew up in the Mojave. We have Joshua trees out there, which is really cool, because they only grow there and in Israel. It's the only two places in the world those are found. Leave me be, I'm just marking my scent post. Scratching it, an itch too, apparently. But, like, you know, the Joshua trees are very cool. And I'm like, I get it, and especially now living somewhere where there's not Joshua trees, I think I will appreciate them more when I see them next. But it was always kind of funny growing up to see, like, people pulled over taking pictures of the Joshua trees, because you really do just take them for granted when you live there. And that's not entirely a good thing either. Like, again, I'm glad I'll be able to have more appreciation for them, or even for, like, the poppies out there. The poppies are another time of year that's really pretty in the Mojave. You get the California poppies all come into bloom, and it's very, very nice. Yeah, I'm glad that I'll be able to have more appreciation for it, because it was always kind of weird seeing people coming as tourists to look at the things that kind of just were there existing in life. And it's interesting, too, how people kind of get immunized to that for their own environments, because, like, when I first came out here, and still now this year, I visited last year, and now I'm here again for fall, and the leaves being just frickin' gorgeous. But, like, that's... Other people out here, I've noticed, haven't been so... They're not so blown away by it as I tend to be, because, you know, if you live here long enough, it happens every year. So you're kind of just used to, oh yeah, fall pretty colors, but for where I grew up, like, you got mostly brown and some yellow, and occasionally some non-native tree that turns bright red that somebody planted in their yard to get the pretty fall colors. So, like, I've been completely just flabbergasted by the brilliance of the trees. They're absolutely gorgeous to me. But it's so much more normal when you grew up with it. And so it's interesting to me how people kind of get immunized to their experiences, and it's easy, I think, to miss the wonder in it because of that. And, like, nature's heckin' pretty. It really is. And, like, even the desert, like, I can complain about the colors, but that's not to say that it's not without its beauty. It certainly has its times of being incredibly beautiful. And like I said, I think I'll appreciate them a little bit more when I'm not living there. Oh, you're not the mom. Never mind. I was like, oh, there's gonna be an elk mother here. Nope, you're not. Not who's here. Alright, let's see. Most people here aren't as huge fans because it means summer's over and winters are so cold. People are fond of summer. That's true. That's another difference, because people where I'm from tend to really like winter because it's the only season where the sun is not actively seeking your demise. People get so excited about the cooler temps in fall because the sun is finally going to not try to kill you for like 3 months of the year. But I can imagine here in winter being harsher, probably a little bit different. So that's another interesting thing about environments. You tend to prefer pale or pastel colors, easier on your eyes. Yeah, that's fair. Really saturated colors are hard to work from a design standpoint. They can be well done, but it's it's harder to make them work. It's like in Florida when you always point out the pelicans, people are probably like, why are you so excited about the pelicans? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm trying to think of... I don't know if there's too many other... I don't know. I don't know what other things there are really that I can think of that are more normalized. Oh no! That's really sad. Yeah, we lost a couple of the trees in the yard at my childhood house because unfortunately they ended up not doing too well. And that was really sad. We had a really big, nice ash tree, which I was allergic to, but it was a really nice tree. Very good climbing tree in the rare event that I was confident enough in my climbing abilities to attempt and not worry about falling on my face. But unfortunately, yeah, that was a real bummer when we ended up losing it. We do have another one growing now. It's just not as big. I think the one that was there had been in there since before we even got the house, so it was real nice and settled. Alright. I just mostly need to find somewhere to hunt now. I could go for the moose again. That didn't go so well last time. Might be... Nope, that's the actual elk herd. I guess we'll look for the moose. Oh, there is a baby around here. Okay, maybe we'll look for this baby, depending on... I don't always go after the mule deer, because it can be less productive. The puppies are pretty decent on food, though. It's mostly Typhoon and Hurricane a little bit who need to eat some. Alright, is there a baby around here? There might be. Oh, maple trees are gorgeous. Oh, man. That's frustrating. I will say, too, one thing that's kind of neat about the desert, and it can be neat depending on how well executed it is. There's also ways of doing it that are kind of just ugly. But you get, like, desert-scaped yards. And a really well-done desert-scaped yard can actually be really cool. Like, we had some desert-scaping at the house, too, because it saves water. And it's neat. I like when people do landscaping based off of native environments. And, like, especially in the desert, but maybe it's not just especially in the desert. Maybe it's all around. But I find that people kind of tend to gravitate towards non-native stuff, especially in an area where it's so dry. People want to have the greenery. People want to bring in these plants that'll brighten it up a little bit more and not just have it be dry. But then they end up, being water hogs, and that's not the greatest either. It's harder to maintain non-native plants. So I think it's really cool when people find ways to incorporate the native biodiversity, or at least well-acclimated biodiversity, in a way that's really cool. So... Yeah, we're having the leaves are starting to go now. Like, this is pretty much the peak of the season out here, it sounds like. And I'm really excited to just go look at the fall colors. I've been admiring them as they've been growing these past few weeks, and I'm just like, oh, yes, it's so pretty. Oh, is that? No. Oh, yep, that is. That's a baby moose. That's my dinner. That's my dinner. Oh, oh, we dodged it. We dodged it, I think. Trying to be better at avoiding this time. One more moose. Alright, let's see. Oh, she's running on ahead. Oh, she's having a hard time turning. Ouch. Now she's gonna guard, though, is the problem. Yeah, if I come over here, are you gonna go after me? Yes! Goodness. Yeah, this is the problem with moose. Come get me. Come get me. There we go. Alright. Whoops. Alright, now we should be good. Don't chase me. There we go. We don't really need to worry about dens right now because we are not going to be leaving, or we're going to be leaving very soon. She did get very stuck. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sometimes leaves get a little bit confused too when the weather is doing weird things. Like there was one year in California where the leaves straight up did not fall until December. And they didn't even really change colors. They kind of just dried up and crumbled off. They didn't know what to do with that year. It was unseasonably warm. Goodness. Oh. That's sad. Yeah, I don't necessarily... I mean, I know expansion to some degree is necessary. Like, we gotta have places for people to live. But I also like the nature. Like, that's one thing that I really like about being in Wisconsin, is it's not quite so... Like, nature is very accessible. It's not... Like, I can go driving and go off into the woods. It's not just city, open desert, city. And, like, I guess you can kind of, you can still drive out into the desert in the area where I grew up. But it's just, you have to go a lot farther unless you live on the outskirts. So. Alright, let's head back to the den. We're probably not going to get to go to the rendezvous site today, but we will leave the next time we'll go up to the Crystal Pond one. Remind me of that. And I did mention that I moved the sub goal, so hopefully now you'll be able to see the alerts in the corner better because they pop up in the one that we had it in before. Yeah, the migration could be a little bit later. Hello? Aha! Bears! That's true. Yeah, towns, a few cities, forests, and farmland. Yeah, that's fair. I think, too, I have an easier... Like, I like the woods. I'm also a little scared of the woods. Nature is big. And I don't necessarily trust myself to stray super far off the beaten path, but I love being around it, being in areas where I can get glimpses of it, and I do like the woods for that reason. Oh, there's everybody. It looks like Cloudburst is out. I think everybody else is back. Oh, nope, Cloudburst has gone in the den. Everybody's in the den now, right? I think. Yeah, everybody's in the den. That's true. Ooh. Really high apartments have trees and stuff on the roof. I've not seen that kind of architecture, but that's really cool. Huh. Aww. Yeah, I absolutely love cities that integrate nature into it. I think that's a really cool design. Especially if you can find ways to do it that, like, allow you to provide some food and stuff, too. Like, I think that's a really cool way of doing it. Alright, Typhoon, you can eat this if you would like. I don't want you to go hungry. Oh, man. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, too, is, like... Without getting on too much of a soapbox, I still think that, in general, it's better to have more spread out population. Oh, okay, I guess it's rendezvous site time. We do not have the energy for this, my gosh. Skip tips. Alright, hello, lanky puppies. I guess we're gonna head up towards the rendezvous. Well, maybe we have time for the rendezvous site. We've got no energy, but what about the pups? Pups are still full on energy. Alright, I guess we'll do this then. But yeah, in general, I am a bigger proponent of having more spread out populations, because I feel like you run into problems with packing people together. Like, I think that's... When you have population issues, in general, I feel like a lot of it is because you have too many people crammed too closely together. If you spread people out a little bit more and didn't have such massive concentrations, I think it'd be a little bit easier to avoid some of those problems that are typically associated with population, because it's a different environment being in a smaller area than, like, there's millions of people in LA. Volcano, oh my gosh! He just ran off and tripped, goodness. Alright, I guess I wanna leave that because I wanna see if Typhoon is gonna eat it. Is Typhoon gonna get the food? Buddy, you're hungry. Yeah, he's gonna go eat, good. Okay. I feel like a lot of issues, though, that come from having large populations could be better solved by just packing them less closely together, I suppose. When you have people packed in, oh my goodness, vending machine for their rendezvous site name. But yeah, when you have a bunch of people packed in together, you are more prone to having more problems than I think if you had more smaller concentrations. That's kind of just my thought. Carrying capacity, the city needs to import resources because they're over carrying capacity. Yeah, that's exactly part of it. And I think too, like, it changes the whole environment too. I feel like it creates a more sterile, oh gosh. Do you see what I see in the rendezvous site? Do you see what I see in the rendezvous site? We might have to do another hunt. Oh my goodness. These names are wild in. But yeah, like, I feel like it creates a more sterile and disconnected environment because it's not... It relies less heavily on personal connections and more heavily on merit, I guess. People have to have something to prove themselves. You have to have some notable trait or something, or some excellent reference or something like that. I don't know. It's less personal. It's less founded on personal trust, I guess. Whereas I feel like in a smaller community, it's easier to say, hey, yeah, this person can vouch for my character. Whereas in the city, it's more like, yes, I've accomplished this thing. I have... references are still a thing, but it's... You have to have accomplishments to be able to do things in a way, I guess. Like, you have to have some notable thing, not just someone vouching and saying, you know, hey, this person's a hard worker or whatever. It's just different. It feels different to me in the experiences that I've had. Goodness. Yeah, let's choose the site. We'll address what's in it in a moment. I'm gonna vote for the poll. Anyway, that's my soapbox moment. We gotta have at least one of those every time. Alright. Oops, Automod Wilden? Automod might be Wilden. Yeah, there do be moose here. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and vote. I have to put these things in. So let me see. Let's pause this. Alright, we've got some options here. Thank you to everyone who sent in a name. What should we name our rendezvous site? And let's go through. If spelling is functional. I will see if I can spell. It's 50-50 on any given day. Goodness. Alright. Go ahead and put those names in, and you guys can pick between them. Thank you for everyone who submitted them. Ba-ba-dum-ba-dum. I will complete those. Yeah, there do be big moose. Very clean with all these soapboxes. Oh my goodness, yes, that's how we keep our content squeaky clean. We have to have the soapboxes. Oh my goodness. Alright. Gonna see here. Just give it its time, give it time to run its course, and then we will wrap up and deal with the moose, probably. You're voting bathtubs. You have a place to put the soap for the boxes. Oh my word. Yeah, I think all of the names are strong contenders for very different reasons. Alright. Moose Pond it is. Alright. Yeah, that's the straightforward, accurate name. That really is what it is. Okay, volcano. Please let me send my puppies in the grass. Oh, hurry into the grass, please. Hurry into the grass, please, before angry moose mama comes here. Y'all, please. Alright, awesome. You need to not be here. I'm going to eat your child if you don't leave. You need to not be here. This is where my babies are. Alright. You need to go. I need you to go. I need you to leave. I need you to leave or I'm gonna eat your baby. We don't have a prediction result for moose. Oh gosh, I hope not. I hope that's not... I have yet to lose a pup to a prey animal, and I don't intend to start now. I do not intend to start now. Hello? Absolutely not. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sometimes the pups really will just be like, I'm gonna stand right next to this dangerous animal here. This will go fine. Alright, are you running? You're running. Alright, ouch. Oh, Typhoon is hunting. Into the water we go, I guess. Watch out, Typhoon. We really don't, oh my gosh. We really don't have the energy for this, so I'm satisfied if they're just gonna peace out into the water. We really don't need food right now. Oh, well, Typhoon, I guess, does kind of need food. I don't particularly want to tangle with this with no stamina, though, so we'll just make sure we bring him with us to hunt tomorrow. That's a problem for future, Jay. I'm going to end the episode. We'll go ahead and leave this off here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. Typhoon, are you good? Buddy? I know you want hunt moose. I know, buddy. Come on, Typhoon. Let's go back to our babies. Alright. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and to drop a follow at twitch.tv/JZX535 so that you can see it when we are next going live. But I will see you guys next time, and until then, this is Jay. Over and out.